The estate owner does not allow anyone to take drone footage over the castle, anywhere over here. So I can't let you take off. So you can't film an area of private land without the landholder's permission. Yeah, because you have to get permission to film somebody else's land. It's like me flying over your house and going, I'm just going to film that.
Can you land your drone, please? You've already been told 3 times not to fly it on this site. I'm just going to ask you if you mind if I record this conversation, sir.
Other noises?
I'm not even going to enter into that conversation.
No, I'm interested. I can hear like meowing. Well, not meowing, but...
As I say, I've asked you, it's a problem because you're doing exactly what I've said the estate owner does not want you to do.
Yeah. So guys, welcome back. And we are today in Lulworth, taking a look at Lulworth Castle in Dorset. Now this castle is right on a no-fly zone. So for example, right now, I think we're in the no-fly zone, but quite close to the castle is free airspace. So gotta be a little bit careful. It's a military zone. That's what it's for. We're going to bypass the car park, but this one is a beautiful place, and I'm not sure if we can see the sea behind us over the hill from when we go up. Hopefully we can, but not sure yet. Not too far from Lulworth Cove, Durdle Door. You can hear the shooting, and in fact you can see the sea through the gap there. So as far as I'm aware, the no-fly zone kind of starts around here. So any bridle path down there, it's good to go. But wow, what a castle, man. And if we can fly from just over there, that would be perfect, really, because then we can get some proper close-up shots of it. Wow, look at that, man. It better make a good video now. If we get no interaction at all, it'll be a bit boring. Wrong door.
Hi.
Hello. How much is it to come in?
£9 for an adult, £6 for a child, and the ball's gift or
okay.
screen to see is £8.
Okay, and what's the situation with photography on the grounds?
No drones.
Oh, right. Why?
It's a private estate. If you wanted to, you have to get permission from the owner.
Third question. I've seen people walk in through like a field over there, and then there's a gate into your property. Is that like a public pathway or something?
It's a pathway, but it's still private.
Oh, right.
Anywhere within 1,000 acres is still private estate. I mean, it's 12,000 acres.
Oh, yeah. I know it's private land. What I was getting at is if there's a bridleway or a public pathway cutting through, then...
There's a path, but yeah, still no drones.
So if I stand on there,
Still no.
and I bring the drone across the castle, while I'm remaining there.
Still no, because that's still our land. It's not a public pathway.
Okay, so hypothetically, if somebody was to be on the main road, example.
It's still no. It's still their land.
No, the main road, like the public road that goes, you know, the bottom.
Yeah, no, it's still no.
That's not your road though, right?
If you were then to bring a drone over here, I wouldn't risk it.
So the situation would be the same, bringing it over.
Yeah, I still wouldn't bring it over, I wouldn't risk it.
What would the consequences possibly
I
be?
get sued.
Sued? How much?
I don't know, but I just wouldn't do it. Do it, you're going to get a lot. Either I will have to come over and tell you to not do it. We have a discussion that you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
If not, then someone else in the estate, which might not be.
Oh, there's more people.
There is. Oh yeah, it's not just me.
I've seen no one around, yeah.
There's a lot of people. We have the officers around, so and obviously the owners are nearby, so if they see it as well, they might
So-
be as lenient.
What I usually do is I normally go on public land, which would be the main road, for example, and fly the drone across from there. You're saying that would be an issue either way. Now here's a problem because there's a military range very close. So the main road really is a no-go.
Well, that as well, yeah.
Usually it would be fine in terms of the castle. I'd just go down there and bring it across. I'd rather not. I'd rather be this way from the main road. So my intention would be to find a public pathway on the actual map. It might be on private land, I don't know.
You're still not asked to bring the drone over?
But the drone will come over from there, so I'll remain there, but the drone obviously will fly over.
They would not be allowed over the land.
Got you. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to try and do.
Yeah.
I know you're telling me don't. I get that. I've travelled quite far to do it, so I can't just walk away and say, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it like in here. I am going to go outside of the boundary. Well, where I'm, confined.
Okay.
I'll try and go as far away as I can. I'm not going to literally stand there.
So if you bring your drone over, someone will come find you.
Will they?
Or take it down, yeah.
Right.
I just want to do it, and also with the military land, there's obviously, it's still our land, we lease it out to them. But,
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Right. Thing with that is, there's restrictions where you can fly drones, and there is a restriction quite close to here for the military. So I need to be this direction of the main road, really. I need to check the map, but from what I remember, it was kind of up this direction. Oh, we've got a signal now. Didn't have any down there. Do you have Wi-Fi in here? Oh, there we go. It would help. It would help you if we do. Yeah, so looking at that, main road goes straight to the bottom, isn't it? It's taking a while to load. But yeah, basically, I don't want to be in their zone because that's illegal.
Right.
Doing it on your public pathway is not.
Yeah, if you're flying over the castle and over this land, you need to get the owner's permission.
There we go. It's actually closer than I thought, so it cuts through a little bit of the castle. So really, you need to be flying. The actual drone itself needs to be that way or no further that way, to the right of me, including me when I launch.
Okay.
So me or the drone, while I'm operating it, can't go any more pretty much that way in a straight line. So the drone will be in your land, but it will be above and that way, not that way. Otherwise I'm breaching there. It's quite close, I didn't realise. Thought it was a little bit further down. Danger area, Lulworth.
I would recommend you going talking to reception.
Where's that? I couldn't find anyone.
So if you go to the courtyard, the estate office, there's a sign outside saying the estate office.
I think I remember where that was.
If you go talk to them,
Yep.
they will tell you more information.
More not allowed, right? But if I just go and do it, you're going to report it anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Let me go speak to them quickly and go from there. All right, thanks. Cheers.
I'd quite like some help. With the castle. Up at the castle, yeah. Well, no, the girl on the desk up there. Could you, now, here, yeah. Okay, thanks, bye.
How about me?
Hi.
All right, was that about me?
It was, yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to fly it anywhere near any of the Lulworth estate, I'm afraid.
So my intention, due to the military range,
Yeah.
is I can't go onto the main road and bring it across from there.
No.
I'm going to have to find a public permissive pathway, which I know is on your land,
Yeah.
and do it from there.
But you're not allowed to do that either.
And I'll remain there. But the drone will go
The drone's not allowed to come over
up by the
land.
castle, yeah.
It's not allowed to come on the land.
No, it won't be on the land, it'll be in the
Well,
air.
No, but in the air, above the land then,
Yeah.
should I say. Put it in the right terms.
I don't know if the castle are mistaken, but the airspace is not, like it's not your kind of airspace, if that makes sense, you know.
Fair enough, I understand that, but
So I think
it is the policy and
Oh, it's a policy.
it's...
Oh, okay.
To be honest, I'm not completely au fait with all the rules and regulations, but I do know
Fair enough.
that there is a no-fly zone over the hang on, if you
No
look
worries.
on their website, you should be able to see all the information that you
No, I just checked the drone application, which tells us where we can sort of fly.
Yeah. Have you filled in a drone application?
No.
No. Then if you fill in a drone application, and I think you might get permission.
No.
But, I mean, it won't happen like that, unfortunately. It definitely won't happen like that.
I mean, in the meantime, if I go out onto the public, well, I don't know where it is, I need to find it. Oh, hi.
My name's Lindsay, I'm property manager. How can I help
Oh, hi,
you?
you all right?
Yeah, good.
So you're the property manager.
Apparently so.
Okay, cool. Shall I show you what I want to do? I'll show you where I want to go.
Do you want to tell me? Because we don't allow anybody to take off from our land and fly a drone.
If I show you where I'll be. So.
We don't allow it.
Okay.
Bottom line is we do.
I'm going to show you where. Well, you'd have to come with me. I'm going to go there and launch.
What do you mean you're going to go there and launch? This is not public land.
If I show you where I'll be, you
private property.
It's not going to be on your boundary. Ooh, wasp in there.
You're going on our boundary.
I'll show you if you let me past.
Sorry.
I'm trying to show you. It's easier to just show you. So when I walked in, where is it? There's a gate somewhere around here which goes into the field. Maybe just through there.
Yep.
And anyway, I saw people walking their dog through there.
Yep.
And the lady up there said it's like a public right of way.
Public right of way. That's where it's
not right of way, but like right of way.
A public right of way. There's permissive paths around here. Which belong to the estate.
Yeah.
So we can close them any time. So we let people on the land. It's actually private land. So it's a public right of way. So you can take off on a public land. Yeah. And you know the rules, I'm sure.
I'd normally go on the road, but the military zone restricts me doing that today. So it's going to have to be on one of your public pathways. Well, whatever you call them, public permissive pathways.
We can't give you permission, I'm afraid. The estate owner does not allow anyone to take drone footage over the castle, anywhere over here. So I can't let you take off. Sorry.
You say over, would they still have an issue if I was on the road doing it?
If you launch it from a private area, you can launch it, but you can't film an area of private land without the landholder's permission.
So if I was down there on the main road,
yes.
Even if the drone was to come over from there and film the castle, that would still be an issue for you?
It would, yeah, because you have to get permission to film somebody else's land. It's like me flying over your house and going, I'm just going to film that. I'm going to launch it from.
You've got every right to. I mean, it'd be a bit weird, but.
Yeah, it would be right. No, I haven't got the right to. That's just.
You do?
No.
You're trying to film a house is a bit different, but you can do it.
Private land, you are not allowed to film unless you get permission from the landowner. Sorry about that. I mean, I know.
I believe that's wrong. The filming part.
No.
So forget the flying from, launching from, because I know we kind of agree on that.
Yep. No, if you want to film something that's private land, you have to get the landowner's permission.
I think as long as you're in public doing it, or obviously a drone is different, it's over above, Yeah. It's okay.
No, you have to get permission to film anything private, I'm afraid. Sorry.
If I was to hypothetically go on I don't know where they are, but I'll have a look, public pathway somewhere up there, launch it there, but it goes over the castle. I can only go over half of the castle because you've got a military zone coming up quite far. Yeah. So I can't go above here, for example, it's illegal. Mm-hmm. If I was to do that and you see it, what are the consequences? Because I've travelled quite far, I want to maybe take the risk.
Why are you so set on doing it?
Obviously you've seen how beautiful it is, especially today.
It's beautiful.
And you've got the sea there.
But unfortunately we can't give permission. I mean, the landowner just does not give permission for it. End of.
If you imagine the castle's there, so if the castle's here in my hand and the drone was to go back, with that there and then the castle, obviously you'll see the sea and the castle and the surrounding country. You can understand though why a person may want to do it.
Oh, I can totally understand.
There we go.
I can totally understand why a person wants to do it. But not my land, estate owner's land.
Where are they? Are they here?
No.
Right.
So unfortunately I can't give you permission, and if somebody was to see you doing it, they will ask you to stop.
Okay.
All right? Sorry, but the bottom line is...
No, I expected you to say that.
Okay.
Obviously, I was always going to fly. It's a case of where I'm going to be. That's the issue.
Why don't you go and fly somewhere else, like that's a public place?
But up there, it's public, airspace-wise.
But you're filming private property. That is against the law.
Right. I mean, if you believe it's against the law,
it is.
Then maybe call for advice on 101. But the filming part's not illegal. Guarantee that.
You cannot film without the landowner's permission, and so that's the bottom line. And
right.
I think the conversation ends there.
Yeah,
okay?
What I'll do, I'm going to go up there, where the pathway I believe I saw. Is that where it is?
No, there is no public path. As I said,
no, the permissive pathway.
There is no public right of way up there.
Not right of way, permissive path.
So I suggest that you leave.
If you can help me find it in terms of point me the right direction.
I'm not going to encourage you to do something that I've just told you the landowner does not want to be done.
Okay.
I can't do that.
But what I would not want to happen is if I check the OS map and it says, for example, that the permissive path comes straight through here into the field and I stand here and do it, that's going to probably upset everybody a lot more than if I'm out there in the field, out of view.
As I say, I have asked you to leave because it is not right that you are filming.
I'm going to go on the permissive path now. I'm not going to stay here.
And I've told you cannot film over the castle.
Okay.
Bottom line, you can't film over
But if I do it, then you're going to call...
Then I'll call security.
Right. Oh, you got security here?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right, no worries. I'll try and find it myself.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You've been polite. Thank you. Need to find this permissive path. Yeah, travelled a very long way today. We're not going to give up on this one. We'll just find the permissive path and we'll take off from there. Because the issue here is, flipping hell, that noise. The issue here is the military no-fly zone restricts us from taking off anywhere down there, and the lady through there just taking my photo. She said no filming, but she's just taking my photo. Get back inside and get back to work, possibly. Leave me to do my drone flight. Yeah, we can't fly from here anyway. As far as I'm aware, we can't. Don't have time to be looking into whether we can call them up for permission. I doubt it's possible with it being military. But this here to me looks favourite for being a permissive path, look. Warning of sheep grazing, keep dogs on leads. In fact, the red line is a lot further down than I thought. We can actually go a lot closer to the gate there, because the red line cuts through that building there, not the castle. I thought it was a bit close to be thinking that inside the castle, but the signal probably wasn't catching up, and also the fact that there's two buildings from above, they're both square, they both kind of look like a castle from above, but in fact the red line cuts through the courtyard. So in fact we can go all the way around the castle and we can launch down here, just inside this permissive pathway. And in fact the castle itself is completely out the no-fly zone. Anything that goes through that courtyard and further straight ahead of us towards the main road is a no-go.
Home point updated.
Can you land your drone, please?
Decline, mate, I'm afraid.
Sorry?
I have to decline that, I'm afraid.
Can you land your drone? You've already been told 3 times not to fly it on this site, sir.
Yeah, I'm off your site, mate, here.
No, you're not. This is still our land.
Yeah, it's permissive pathway, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Here it is, it says on there.
No, it's not a permissive pathway, sir. And even if you were on a permissive pathway, you didn't have permission to fly a drone on our land.
I'm not on your land. Well,
Yes, you are.
Sorry, public pathway, whatever you call it.
This is not a public pathway, sir. The only public pathway comes up there to the church and across. This is not a public pathway.
If I was told that, I asked the lady where, she wouldn't tell me. So, tell me again, from here?
No, I'm not telling you again, sir.
Well, I'll stay here then.
You've been asked to... Right.
On the OS map, this is a permissive pathway.
No, it's not. Permissive pathway.
Yeah, if you look...
Have permission to fly your drone, sir.
If you're not going to aid me in where the public pathway is, I'm going to continue. Oh dear. Well, apparently there is a public pathway down there to the church, wherever that is. Getting your phone ready for a photo?
Sorry?
Getting your phone ready for a photo?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just going to ask you if you mind if I record this conversation, sir.
Can't stop you. It's your right to record, mate.
So, apologies, but I'm sure I just asked you to leave the park because it's private property.
I did ask where a public pathway was, you wouldn't help.
And I said there is no public footpath.
He said there is by the church.
There's not here.
Yeah, but
There's not here.
the one that I found was here. Had I known it was there, I'd have gone there. But
It's not. There is no public footpath here.
okay, but the one I found on the OS map goes up there and it carries on. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
But had you told me church, I'd have done it there.
As I said, I've told you that you are not allowed to film
Yep. But you are allowed to film the castle from anywhere.
private land, which does not belong to anybody other than the estate owner, who does not give permission for filming over the castle.
But it doesn't matter who owns it. You can fly over any property and film it, unless, like MOD, you can't lawfully. But apart from that,
You have to have the landowner's permission.
You're mistaken.
I don't.
By the way,
believe that I am.
what are the noises?
I'm not even going to enter into that conversation.
No, I'm
As I
interested.
say.
I can hear like meowing. Well, not
Oh.
meowing, but
As I say, I've asked
Yeah.
you to leave.
I am going to conduct this last bit of this flight, and I'll happily go down where the gentleman said there's a pathway. I'll go there, do it there. But the drone will be in the same place, so I don't really think for you it's much help.
For me, it's a problem because you're doing exactly what I've said the estate owner does not want you to do.
Yeah, but
You haven't got permission for it. Everybody who wants to film asks permission and they get given the same answer.
Yeah.
And you are blatantly going against that. So can I take your name,
well,
please?
the problem with that is you can dictate what happens on your land. I believe I'm not
You're on
right
the
now.
land.
If I am, I am
Landowner's
fine.
land.
No worries. I can go on the
So,
public pathway to continue.
I'm asking you to get off the landowner's land, give us your name,
Yep.
because you have trespassed now. You have been asked to leave, so you are now trespassing.
I'm on a pathway. Am I not?
You're not on a pathway.
Okay.
You're not
Point
on
me
a
in the right
pathway.
direction of the church one, and I'll go there now. No worries.
This is not what we've discussed. As I've said to you,
But you can't kick me off a public pathway of the church, can you? Right?
I'm not kicking you off that. I'm saying because you have
No. But
completely gone against what we've asked you to do
Yep.
and what the landowner wants you to do, we don't want you on the land here at all.
Okay.
And that's it. End of.
you can't. My point is, if I go onto the public pathway, you can't get rid of me.
You've come to ask us to do something. You've been told no.
I didn't
and
ask. I just said I'm going to do it, and where should I go to do it from?
And it's not allowed.
Okay.
It is not allowed.
That's your policy.
Okay, that's our policy,
Yeah.
and you've blatantly gone against that. So
I'm not part of your
I'm
policy, though, am I?
asking you now,
With all due respect.
can I have your name, please?
Declined on that one, I'm afraid. It's a bit hostile, isn't it? I mean, he's recording the convo. You're not happy with me. You know, it's not the best time to be exchanging names, is it? I mean, you don't want the name to take me out, do you? You want it to be intel reasons, right?
I want your name so that I can tell the people who I need to tell
Yeah.
who was on the land doing what they were asked not to do.
So looking at the site from above, the church, is that where you're saying the little pathway is?
Possibly.
Okay, so from here, over that way. Is it?
No, not that way.
Okay, well, I think you pointed down there, but I'm looking on here, I can't find it. I'm trying to work with you. I'll happily leave here if
You're
you're
not
saying...
going to work with us because we
I am.
said you cannot film the castle.
But I can film the castle. I'm not... That's not an issue.
Film the castle.
Where I stand...
You have no permission to film the castle.
I don't need it though, not from the air.
You do because you have launched your drone
Yep.
from private land. You are filming private property and you have not got the landowner's permission, and that is the bottom line.
The launching we can deal with.
I will go and we're going to go and get the police now because quite
For what
honestly,
reason? It's a civil matter. Even if it was on your land,
doesn't
it's a civil matter.
Because we need you off the land. I've asked you to leave. You're not leaving.
But I'm
This
not on
is
your
private
land.
property.
I'm on a public... Let me
No,
show...
No, sorry. This is not a private footpath.
This, look.
It is not a private footpath.
Lulworth, Dorset. Presume it's a council sign. That
No,
one.
it's not.
That one there.
No, Lulworth
Lulworth.
is a private estate. This is what I'm saying to you. Lulworth is a private estate.
But Lulworth goes all the way
estate
down all the way along the coast.
Lulworth estate is a private estate owned by a family who own this land. And
Right.
I've asked you to leave. You are now trespassing. So it is now a police matter. Okay? Thank you.
Well, trespassing is not a police matter, but if you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you.
Because at the end of the day, you are blatantly not doing what we've asked you to
But that's not against the law.
trespassing.
No, not to tell you to not do what I'm told. I'll be on the permissive pathway, all right? I won't be long. Oh dear. She's not happy, is she? But we are on the permissive pathway, and I did ask where they said the public pathway is, but they didn't tell me. More photos being taken. But we're not doing anything illegal, so... See if we can use our toilet before we go. So guys, we're done at Lulworth Castle. Now another bike ride in the beautiful weather we've got today. Thanks for watching, and I don't really think there was much education there at the minute. There will be when the video goes out, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is the education is sometimes the video itself, going on social media, the comments, they have a meeting about it, or perhaps the police attend when I'm not there. I mean, we haven't really waited very long. The police may attend, and the police may educate them and say, you know, there's nothing really you can do about flying over, etc, etc. Doesn't always happen from me at the time, not directly, but I really wanted to fly there today. It's such a beautiful place, and it's quite iconic, it's quite unique. I bet not a lot of people have done it and put it on YouTube, so quite happy with that. And you could not have picked a better day for it. It's beautiful. So thanks for watching. Do hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.